Welcome back to Storytime with the Phoenix. Today we are reading Game of Phoenix. Ironic, I know. I'm gonna let y'all know something right now. This story is a bit weird. It's like a parody of Game of Thrones. That's why it's called Game of Phoenix. Duh. But anyway, yeah, Game of Phoenix. This it's gonna shift from third person to first person. So sorry, still a little sick, but guys, try and bear with me here. I will. Let's just get into the video and we'll get into it. Also, guys, sorry, one more thing. Yeah, I know in Wednesday's video, or was it Tuesday? It was a video earlier this week. I said that we would be reading Clint Noir. I misread the schedule. I forgot the schedule, and it was actually supposed to be Game of Phoenix this week. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Game of Phoenix. Clint Noir is next week, the 29th. So yeah, be hyped for that. Now let's get into the story. I am Phoenix Miller, warrior from the kingdom of Lithlia. For the past 6 years, I have been trying to defeat the Delhi faction known as the Mason Order. However, in those 6 years, I never found their leader. I have a good feeling that that's about to change. It is a fine day in the kingdom of Lithlia, and I have just returned from my morning run. I pass by the beautiful fields and forests of Lithlia, and I breathe in the fresh air. I return to my home village. People recognize me and sing my praises for my heroic efforts in the first war of Lithlia. Also, guys, I'm sorry. This is it. This is actually the last thing. This mixes medieval times with modern times, so yeah, it's gonna get funky, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. Then I enter my home. I see my mother tending to the fields. I kiss her on the cheek and tell her I will be going on my mission to destroy the Mason Order. My mother pleads with me to not go. She doesn't want me to continue risking my life like I did in the First War of Lithlia. She'd actually been calling for me to retire for years now. I sigh. I love my mother dearly, but I've had enough of her nagging. I tell her that I will be seeing her very soon, then I enter my bedroom. I love you, dear mother, but I must defeat the Mason Order, especially after what they did to my father. My mother is sad to see me leaving, but she understands. I thank her for raising me, and she gives me one last kiss on the cheek before I leave. After about an hour of walking, I noticed some distinct movement. I froze, thinking that it was a bear or a mountain lion. I drew out my sword, ready to attack. But then, my friend Shane popped out of the bushes. Shane, what are you doing here? I asked. I thought I'd tag along, seeing as how I need to make money somehow. Aren't you supposed to be in jail, though? Nah, the cops never found enough Shane laughed. The cops never found enough evidence to convict me. I'm a free man for now. It's a beautiful day, and I think I'll be spending it with you. Oh, screw my life. Oh, screw my life. We both laughed, and I felt lighter. I had overcome my fears. I glanced over at Shane. He looked at me and smiled. So, are you done being a sex offender? I am so sorry. Yeah, I'm done being a sex offender, Shane said. I'm going to be a model citizen from now on. Good. Let's get the hell out of here. I turned to walk away. Shane and I went on a journey to defeat the Mason Order once and for all. We walked away from the village. I looked over at my friend. He was staring off at the distance. Into the distance, man. Shane, I'm thinking. Shane tells me about this person that he can help with defeating the Mason Order. It turns out this person is an ancient wizard that resides in a tower in the middle of nowhere. I was scared at first, but I overcame my fears. Wait, Ben Eberle? I know, guys, not a very cool name for a wizard. I worked with him. I know. That's why we chose him. He has experience defeating wizards and dragons. A wizard, a warrior, and a biker. We're going to kick some ass. Meanwhile, back in the kingdom of Lithlia, King Lugo II and his son, Prince Lugo III, were discussing how to handle the Mason Order. The Mason Order killed the king's beloved wife years ago. He had vowed revenge on the Order, and has ordered the arrest of all the Order's members. Prince Lugo III stated that the Mason Order is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. It's going to be hard for us to stop that. The king decided they should wait until the Order has made their next move. Meanwhile, Shane and I continued walking. I noticed a small path off the main one. I told Shane that we should explore it. Wait, stop. I see a house. We quickly walked down the path and approached a small house. It was made of wood and looked like it hadn't been maintained in years. I don't like this place. Shane suggested that we knock on the door. I drew out my sword in case something evil popped out. We knocked on the door. A young man in his 20s opened it. Yes? He asked. We're here to see Master Rolomag. The young man said, Master Rolomag died months ago, but there is one man you can see. His name is Ben Eberle. He is a martial arts expert. If you want to see him, you'll have to go to the Great Cave. The Great Cave? How do we get there? I asked. Follow me. Phoenix and Shane followed the young man to the Great Cave, and after a couple of days, they all had finally made it. We walked there. I shivered as I looked at Shane. He looked back at me and shrugged. Well, this is it. And Ben is in there? Yes, the young man said. He is in there. Well, how do we get in? Oh, guys, look, we have a special guest. This is Mercury. This is my best friend. That's my best friend if he had fur. You're my best friend, Merc. I love you, buddy. Alright, I guess you're gonna stay with us and read the story. I guess you're gonna listen along with us. Don't worry, he will see you soon. After about 10 minutes of waiting, Ben Eberle came out of the cave. He was a big man, probably 6'3" and probably 190 pounds. He had a shaved head and a scar running from his left ear to his chin. You're Shane Smith, he asked. Ben? Is that you? You know it's me. You're a biker? Yeah. You're Shane Smith? Yes. You're a good friend of Phoenix Miller? Ben and Phoenix hug each other. I missed you, man. I missed you too, man. I'm really glad you decided to come to see me. I've been waiting a long time to tell me what. The Mason Order killed my wife, right in front of me. Spared me on the condition that I told no one who the leader was. The Mason Order is the most deadly, well-organized, and ruthless cult on the planet, Ben said. Well, can you tell us who the leader is? Shane and I are on the hunt for them. I can tell you who the leader is, but I can't tell you how to stop them. He is a man known as Cain. He was born in the year 1856. Suddenly, the young man whacked Ben in the back of the head with a large stick. He tried to get to me too, but I stabbed him in the throat, killing him. Yeah, I forgot about that part. Shane and I dragged his body out the cave. So, how do we get rid of him? Get rid of him? This man was a Mason Order member. That's why he struck Eberle. He didn't want us to know who led the Mason Order. Well, we can't kill him. He's the only one who knows who Cain is. Well, what do? We need to take him out. How? I already killed him after he hit you. I know, but how do we get into his house? It's fortified and heavily guarded. Shane and I are at a disadvantage here. I know how to get in. Meanwhile, at the Mason Order headquarters, a couple of members are discussing how to execute their next attack. Suddenly, a man in a silver helmet walked in and told the members to dismount, as they have earned a break. He removes his helmet and reveals himself to be Prince Lugo III. We are at a critical juncture. The king is on to us. He is having police officers sent to look for us. We need a new plan. This needs to be the attack in which my father dies, and I become the king, and when that happens, the Mason Order will rule this kingdom for years to come, said Lugo. Don't take that in the wrong context. What are you planning to do? Yes. We will go in and we will burn the village to the ground. I'll be with my father, and then at some point, my good friend, Embezzler Jones, will come in, hypnotize the king, and I will deliver the final dagger, Lugo said. The problem is that if you kill the king, then you become the king. And you're the last of the royal family. And if you don't kill the king, then the police will find you. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. We need a hit squad to take out the police. I have an idea, said another order member. We could send our best men and make sure that no one catches them. Yes, yes, I love what I'm hearing, said Lugo. Who will you send? I have a few men who I think would do a good job. Excellent. Get ready, men. 1 week from this night, we attack and crown a new king. For good. A week later, Ben Eberle, Phoenix Miller, and Shane Smith were in a room in a house in the city of Los Angeles. See, I told you guys, medieval and modern times are mixed up. Phoenix says, okay, we need a plan. The Mason Order could attack at any minute. What do we got? Shane? Ben? I'm good. Meanwhile, inside a house in the suburbs of LA, an old man is getting ready for bed. He slowly undoes the bow tie from his robe. He then takes it off. The old man gets dressed, goes to the room where Phoenix is, and fakes needing help. I can't get these bloody shoes off. How do I get them off? He wants. You need to give them a tug. As Phoenix helps, the old man draws a dagger, and at the last minute, Jeff moves, albeit with a cut on his face. Jeff draws a sword and decapitates the old man. Back at the room, Ben Eberle is drawing on a piece of paper. Phoenix barges back into the room and told Shane and Ben that they all had to move at that moment. As the three of them rushed out the room, they saw the police cars parked outside. They quickly run out and hide behind the bush. Suddenly, the police cars drive past them. Phoenix says, the Mason Order must know we're after them. We gotta warn the king and prince. The three of them run off to the nearest phone booth. They call King Lugo II and told him of the Mason Order's plans. Okay, I will be ready. The king says, soldiers! The Mason Order is ready to attack. The time is now. Go defend your kingdom. These are terrible accents. Meanwhile, back at the house, the three men decide to wait a bit longer. They saw one of the police cars pull up to the house. The three men waited. The police went on. The three men ran back to the kingdom. We have to go help them, Ben said. The three men ran back to the kingdom. When they arrived, they ran into a battle between the Mason Order and the kingdom's police force. Oh my god. The three men watched in horror as the city of Los Angeles burned. Merc, if you don't get out the damn way, I swear to God, man. I love you too, and we'll play later, but move on. Get. Sorry, guys, don't report for animal abuse. They watched as the police cars exploded. They watched as their brothers and sisters burned in the streets. That's a graphic picture to paint in your head. All these people dead because of the Mason Order. The three men watched as the smoke cleared. There was nothing but ash where the city once stood. We need to help them. We need to stop this. We need to save our brothers and sisters, said Ben. How? They're already dead. Phoenix says, yes, we also need to save the king. To the castle! The three men ran to the nearest horse. The horse was lame and it limped along. However, the three men pushed it to run faster. Soon, the three men arrived at the castle. Father, what do we do? This war has turned this kingdom into a living hell, said the prince. We can't fight them. We'd be killed. Suddenly, Ambassador Jones busts into the castle. Son, get behind me. The prince hid behind his father. Hello, father. I have come to save you, Ambassador Jones said. Is there any way you can beat me? Without hesitation, Jones hypnotized the king and Lugo from behind, stabbed his father in the heart, killing him immediately. I'm in charge now. I will rule this kingdom until the end of time. The prince. Phoenix, Shane, and Ben get to the castle, but by that point it was too late. The king was dead, and the Mason Order had won. What have you done, Lugo? Lugo stepped out from behind his father's body. I did what needed to be done. Why did you do it? Why did you form the Mason Order? Because of the war. Father didn't have any heir. It was up to me to keep the kingdom from falling apart. and I did that by forming the Mason Order. He says, you didn't have to go this far. You were his heir. You were his only son. I know. I'm sorry, Father. I'll make it up to you. And Buzzer Jones says something. Oh, snap out of it, Lugo. You're king now. You should be celebrating. No, it shouldn't have been done this way. I should have just waited. I never wanted this. Lugo looked at his father's body. The king was dead. He was no longer a king. He was just a man, like his mother, like his friends. And now his father was dead. How did this even happen? I was in the fight against the Mason Order. I never would have joined them unless... You hypnotized me. You set me up. You're the leader of the Mason Order. Jones and Lugo stared at each other. Lugo stared at his father's dead body. Then he turned around and looked at Jones. Lugo and Jones engaged in a brawl. Phoenix, Ben, and Shane took cover. Get your hands off of me, you traitorous bastard, said Jones as he punched Lugo. Lugo and Jones continue brawling until they both fall down the stairs. Phoenix, Ben, and Shane follow. They watch as Jones and Lugo fall to the floor. What the hell are you doing, man? You're gonna get yourself killed out there. Jones stands up, grabs a sword, and severely cuts Lugo's arm. You're no king. You're just a bastard. Lugo yelled. Yeah, I'm not a Mason. I'm not part of your damn order either, said Jones. This started to make no sense real quick. As Jones is about to finish Lugo off, Phoenix draws out a sword and stabs Jones in the back, through his heart. Jones's last words were, "This world will burn." Jones is dead. Lugo is hurt and bloody. Take me to the throne room. I need to talk to Father. A few minutes go by. Phoenix and Ben take Lugo to the throne room, but Lugo tells Phoenix to stay, as Phoenix and Ben. I need you to watch over the kingdom while I'm gone, Jeff. Make sure no one comes in. I don't know how long I'll be, but I'm not a king. I ain't even a court jester. I need you to do this, Jeff. I know you're not a king. I'm not a king either, but I need someone to watch over the kingdom. If not me, then you. I will. I love you, man. I love you too, brother. Now go get them, huh? The people need you. Lugo takes a seat on the throne. It's now time for me to follow my mother. See you on the other side, Phoenix. Lugo bleeds out and dies. Phoenix runs out of the throne room, trying to hold back tears. We've lost him. We've lost him all over again. What are we gonna do now? Take the crown, Phoenix. It's your kingdom now. I have no doubt you'll be a great king. You were born for this. You exit the throne room. To the throne room, Ben, Shane, and Phoenix go. Discard the bodies. I've got a war to end. Good idea. Let's go. Ben, Shane, and Phoenix discard the king, princess, and Jones's bodies. Phoenix goes outside. People of Lithlia, I bring you sad news. The king and prince are both dead. What? I know it's hard for all of you to understand, but this is important to know. The prince was the leader of the Mason Order, and now he's dead. So the Mason Order is done. What about the king? What does that mean for us? Prince Lugo III had no heir. Therefore, he has made me the new king of Lithlia. Some of the people gasp. You're a fake! You're not a real king, you're just a damn jester! Oh, gee, this guy fights for your freedom, and this is how you repay him? Bunch of ungrateful fucks. Yeah. Others started chanting. Suddenly, the ghost of Prince Lugo III shows up and explains to the entire kingdom that it's all true. Unrealistic, ladies and gentlemen. What? This was my first ever story. This was unfucking realistic. He also says that they should respect Phoenix as he fought in many wars. Thank you. Defending this kingdom from the Mason Order several times. Everyone, please. This kingdom has been through a lot, so I'm going to make this my top priority. We need to keep the kingdom safe. Phoenix says, from this moment forward, the Mason Order is dead. Guards, arrest them. The Mason Order is arrested. The guards bring the Mason Order members to the prison, and Phoenix, Ben, and Shay walk back to the throne room. So, how do you feel about your first day as king, Phoenix? I think I feel good. Hopefully people are happy with me as king, especially now that the Mason Order is going to jail. Yeah, I think you'll do a good job. I'm glad you took my advice, by the way. You're a natural leader. Thanks. And now they've set a Mason trial order for Monday. I have to go. Alright, see you on Monday then. Bye. You exit the throne room and leave the castle. Monday comes and it's trial time for the entire Mason Order. Spot. Maybe we could find someone on the street. What do you think? Yeah, that's a good idea. Hey, do you think you could find someone to be the secretary? No, no more Mason Order. Perfectly. You exit the castle and find the street, and so from that day forward, Jeff ruled the kingdom and became a popular king. Ben became Jeff's Secretary of Defense, and Shane became the new judge of the kingdom. The Mason Order was officially dead. The people of Lithlia spent the rest of their days peacefully. Yes, peace had been brought to Lithlia once and for all. The end. Not as brutal as Spades, but honestly, it's fine. But yeah. And that was the first story I ever wrote, guys. Guys, as you can see, I've learned a lot from since that moment. It's been nearly a year since I've been writing stories on AI Dungeon. Guys, I promise you, next week is gonna be Clint Noir. That's probably gonna be the best story of the season. We'll have to see though. Until then, I'll see you guys next week for Storytime with the Phoenix. Bye.